My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read my writing and to see my latest CNN appearances and my MSNBC appearances, you can go to hagoodman.com. America is an alcoholic, and we might need to reach rock bottom with Donald Trump. This is not an endorsement of Trump. I am only voting for Bernie Sanders if he's not the nominee. And I hope he takes it at the convention. I hope he prints out every single Wikileaks DNC email from the email that says, hey, we should paint Bernie as an atheist, or the email from Debbie Wasserman, Chuck Todd, Chuck, we got to talk about negative coverage of Hillary Clinton, to all the other emails saying, let's do this and that to Bernie. I hope Bernie Sanders prints all of those emails out and reads them as his speech, during his speech. But that's just one of the many examples why our political system needs a shakeup or some kind of paradigm shift. And if it takes Donald Trump, if it takes millions of Americans, all 300 plus million, looking at the TV, at President Donald Trump and saying, how in the hell did we get here? We need a new political paradigm. If it takes that, then so be it. I'm not saying that I want Trump to be president. I am only voting for Bernie Sanders, and if Bernie Sanders doesn't, if I can't vote for Bernie, then I'm voting for Dr. Jill Stein of the Green Party. I believe that Dr. Jill Stein is an honorable, amazing woman. And she wants to do everything that Bernie wants to do, break up too big to fill banks, free college tuition, public college tuition, demilitarize the police, a whole bunch of things. And these counterinsurgency wars, these perpetual wars that Democrats and Republicans will merge into one party if Hillary Clinton is elected. But the reason I say that we're an alcoholic, I use that metaphor, is that you look at one example. I did a prior segment on the TYT versus InfoWars confrontation. And on a side note, people were saying, well, how dare you, H.A. Anna Kasparian called Alex Jones a fat fuck. Well, who cares? Do you think Alex Jones cares? And then people, Jimmy Dore spit on Alex Jones. Again, Alex Jones doesn't care. He provoked the interaction. He wanted Cenk Uygur to tackle him. That would have been amazing for Alex Jones. That would have been amazing publicity and coverage. That's exactly what he wanted. But this is exactly what's one of the things that's wrong with our country. It's become a spectacle, almost. Well, another way of looking at it is that our political system has become a debacle. We are at rock bottom, almost at rock bottom, in terms of if this country is an alcoholic, we have lost everything, and we're about to be homeless because of the alcoholism. Hillary Clinton is supposed to be the adult in the room. 67% of Americans distrust Hillary Clinton. 31% of Democrats wanted her indicted. 9 out of 10 Republicans wanted her indicted. The fact that she was even at risk of criminal indictments after a year-long FBI criminal investigation because she was too stupid to realize that an unencrypted private server shouldn't have stored top-secret data is a very, very big problem. Call me old school. Call me old-fashioned. But I want my president not to have his or her own private server. There is nothing historic about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is not only business as usual, she's actually made everything morally relative. So the issue, if you vote for Hillary Clinton out of fear of Trump, you're being an enabler the way that you would with an alcoholic who says, well, give me money for the alcohol, or just forgive me this one time, or whatever. You would be enabling a very corrupt system that rewards lying, corruption, a conspiracy against the only candidate in 2016 with positive favorability ratings. People trusted, people admired Bernie Sanders. His policies were mainstream. Free public college tuition. People said, well, no, that can't happen. But they fear a border, a wall across the U.S.-Mexican border. That's a $60 billion wall. It's not going to pass Congress ever. Donald Trump is never going to ban Muslims from coming into the country. There's not even the political will within the Republican Party. I don't care if these are popular among the extreme conservatives. The point is that nothing that Donald Trump said to pander to these elements within the GOP will take place. So, and he's less hawkish than Hillary Clinton, and he's against the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So he sometimes falls into good positions. But the issue is you have a system that was rigged from the start to prevent Bernie Sanders from winning. And we know now from the Wikileaks emails that the DNC never, ever, ever wanted Bernie Sanders to win and worked so that he wouldn't win. We know that Hillary Clinton would merge Republicans and Democrats into one party on foreign policy and war. We know that Hillary Clinton is a friend of Wall Street. Tim Kaine, before she picked him, talked about deregulating banks even more. When you talk about fascism, believe me, Hillary Clinton is a lot closer to a fascist than Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yes, says racist things. Hillary Clinton ran a racist campaign against Barack Obama. That is a fact. She used a racist 3 a.m. ad. She still took prison lobbyist money in 2015. This is after Bill Clinton apologized for mass incarceration. You are looking at two choices where if you vote for the lesser evil, you're still left with evil. So in terms of if you fear Trump, don't fear Trump. He's a buffoon. And don't fear the things he says. Nothing he says can get through Congress. But he's less hawkish than Hillary Clinton. You're talking about World War III. Oh, Trump's going to cause World War III. No, Hillary would. With Syria and the fact she wants a no-fly zone in Syria and there's Russian jets above Syria. You do the math on that. The point is this. Our political system is akin to an alcoholic. The American political system is like an alcoholic. And if you enable this alcoholic, and if you say, well, I am only voting for Clinton because I fear Trump. No. What you should do is actually vote for Dr. Jill Stein, if that's your value system. Write in Bernie, if that's your value system. Don't vote for anyone if you don't even like Clinton, and if you only fear Trump. Don't vote out of fear. Because if Donald Trump is elected, you're going to have a shakeup in the Democratic Party to where people like Hillary Clinton will never again gain power, will never again manipulate the DNC or have the DNC in their pocket, and will never again prevent somebody like Bernie Sanders from becoming Democratic nominee. That I felt compelled to do this segment just because of the comments from my prior segment regarding the TYT versus InfoWars fight or rumble, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much. Give me your thoughts below. This country is an alcoholic on the verge of something terrible. If you fear Trump, just don't vote. Do not vote for Clinton because you fear someone else. If you think that Hillary Clinton is a corrupt liar who is not even capable of typing an email, who laughed at a child rapist passing a polygraph, who used the DNC to ensure that she would win a Democratic primary that was rigged and was unfair from the start, do not vote for that person because you are enabling the alcoholic. You are enabling the drug addict. You are enabling a country that is already, I mean, everything's a facade now. Even the FBI director, James Comey, can't even say that she intentionally did what she intentionally did because she was too stupid to realize what she was doing. Hillary Clinton, the adult in the room, very big problem. And in terms of war and foreign policy, you do not want Clinton with the authorization for use of military force. Because neoconservatives, the same ones that you don't like, the same ones that advised Bush to go into Iraq and Afghanistan, are advising her. Kissinger advised Nixon, has no business advising a Democrat, but he will advise Hillary Clinton. $153 million from Wall Street. The fact that she has a Clinton Foundation probe, a perjury issue where she lied to the Benghazi committee. Other problems, WikiLeaks emails, there's endless controversy. Do not buy alcohol for the alcoholic. Do not buy drugs for the drug addict by voting for Clinton out of fear. You would be doing this country and future generations a disservice. Believe me, we'll survive 4 years of Trump. The Democratic Party won't survive 4 years of Hillary Clinton. You're looking at 8 years of Ted Cruz after Hillary Clinton. And Tim Kaine could very well be Hillary Clinton's Gerald Ford. So politically, she has so many things going on. Clinton Foundation, perjury. The State Department has its own email investigation. So I'm only voting for Bernie Sanders if Bernie eventually concedes. If he ever does, I hope he never does, and I hope he takes the nomination. But if he concedes Dr. Jill Stein, I'm voting for Dr. Jill Stein. I'm voting for someone, not against, not out of fear. Do not vote out of fear, because you are enabling the drug addict or the alcoholic that is our country. Vote your value system, and if you can't find anyone you like, don't vote. And don't fear Trump. Believe me, he goes golfing with Bill Clinton. In fact, Bill Clinton's golf game is very important. He spoke about that with Loretta Lynch in a plane in Arizona. Remember that? There are lies. Everybody's lying. That is the Clinton way. That is the new paradigm of American politics, where lies, conspiracies, DNC emails to conspire against Bernie, FBI probes, that means you're qualified for president. We need to end that type of political paradigm. And if 4 years of Trump forces the Democratic Party to purge the Clinton way, the Clinton mentality, the Clinton lying, the Clinton corruption, so be it. Believe me, the only thing Democrats, the DNC, cares about is winning. They don't win, clean house. They clean house. You have a new Democratic Party, and you have more people like Bernie Sanders. Thank you so much for listening. Give me your thoughts below.